from the creators of the latest Resident Evil.
Yes. Elisa Trevor. Maybe, maybe not. Don't know. Don't know. It could be just a new monster altogether. Concept. Our co-concept for this game was addictive fear. There's something about the catharsis you get from overcoming your fear. Oh, this is some new footage, right? Ooh. Ah. Holy smoke, wow. She walks on two legs just like Lisa Trevor. Offline single player game. Showing RE7 and RE8. So they're definitely focusing on first person perspective as priority, right? Even though I have heard that it is going to be also third person from like leaks and just people talking. That's good. That's good. Character model for her. I like that. She's wearing red, kind of like her mom. Is that a PP9? 007's weapon? Or PPK? PPK, No one wants to see Leon scared by every little thing, so he's actually quite a bad match for her. Wait, hold up. Let me back that up a bit. Hold up. Let me actually pay attention to everything it was saying there. That's cool seeing the main lobby of, I guess, where the game initially takes place, which is some sort of a hospital, right? Of some kind. Very, very similar to like the RPD in terms of design, right? Which means time for Rebecca? Rebecca. Oh. Yeah, this hospital is apparently in Raccoon City from the information that's out there. Cuz like yeah, I think you actually see the name of the hospital on the lighter that Ashcroft Grace has on her hand, and that name of the hospital you actually see in Resident Evil Outbreak in the subway station. There's a lot of information out there. So you are indeed in Raccoon City. So not all of Raccoon City was completely destroyed, right? If you look at there's a lot of information out there. There's a lot of stuff you can put together. That's cool. That definitely looks like a PPK. Yeah, it looks like one. Unless it's... It almost wants to look like the Matilda as well. Kind of. Notice that about making Leon the protagonist. But making a horror game based around him is difficult. Well, not really. You can have it to where his hands are tied behind his back. Like, go at it, Leon. Go at it. It's funny how they address Leon specifically, because everybody thinks, especially because there's a leaker out there that's apparently known to be correct on most of the stuff that he leaks. They're saying that Leon's in the game as like a second character, second protagonist that comes in kind of like Chris Redfield and saves Grace or whatever, or actually a second playthrough, second campaign with Leon specifically. So that's still being thrown out there, and people still believe that Leon is in this game. Tired of Leon? I can see the constant use of Leon is tiring. I can see that from a person's perspective for sure. but also Leon is the most popular Resident Evil character. 100% he is. They even did a poll in Japan, and Leon won like hands down in Japan. So he's popular, you know, overall, right? Leon should die. What I think is that there will be a second protagonist in this game, and it will be a returning protagonist. Leon, I'm not sure. It could be. I'm not saying it's not. It could be. But I feel like it might be Jill, personally. I think it's going to be Jill because they have to show her that she's like always in her 20s now. So like Jill and Grace are going to be around the same age for the most part because Jill can't age anymore because ever since she got infected by Nemesis, she stopped aging. Rebecca, she's too old. She's too old. Rebecca's too old now. Jill is forever young. Rebecca, she's already like in her almost 40s now, right? That's the true lore, all right? Don't look at me like that. You can't use Jill? She's too old. She's not too old. No. The actual lore of Jill is that she stopped aging. She no longer ages. Ever since she looks like RE3 Jill forever. Forever. They're kind of retconning a little bit of RE5, the way she looks on RE5 in a way. I mean, she was already like, you know, dyed her hair and had her hair back and stuff like that, but she can't age anymore. They changed her lore. She's forever 20 something. And that's how they can introduce her into the main series games as a forever young Jill. Grace gets caught up in a lot of different situations. A lot of different things like the redness in her face. Well, I mean, she is upside down, so of course. It's called the blood rush to the head. Realistic physics of the hair. Oh, yeah. To make a wig to use as a model to create the hair graphics. Yeah, that's pretty rare to have the hair actually have physics like this. Man, they've really improved the RE engine because the hair was not this good on RE7 when it first came out. That was the first initial RE engine game. Yeah. Hey, Speed King, how's it going? I'm just looking over RE9 right now. They're showing a lot of new footage. However, I think this is the gameplay that people played at Summer Game Fest. Because it's just like a small little section of a section of the game where Grace is in this hospital that's in Raccoon City.
明るみ、高揚感であったりとか、うっ血してる表現、あとは髪の毛もかなり力を入れてまして、自分たちでスタッフと一緒にプロの方を呼んで、
They called in a professional to make a wig to use as a model to create the hair graphics. Damn, that's where all the money went.
バイオハザードレクイエムはですね、一人称視点と三人称視点、2つの視点で自由に切り替えながら
Both first and third person perspectives, right?
主観視点だとその恐怖を間近
You need
に
to
感じ
experience
る
the
ことが
horror
で
up
きて、
close,
緊張感のある、
tense,
臨場感のあ
realistic
るゲームプレイっていうのが可能になり
gameplay.
ます。
Wow,
三人
she's
称視点だと
huge.
キャラクターの
Well, let's show the
片
camera
越しの
perspective with
視点
third
とい
person
うところで
perspective.
アクション。
Allowing you to
そうい
see
ったところが
more
よく見える
of the
ゲームプレイにな
action.
ると思いますので、アクションが好きだなって思う
It's
方に
great for people who
は
enjoy
三人称視点の方がおすす
action
め
heavy
です。
gameplay. Man, that's gonna be a difficult choice. Because as much as I like first person, I really like to see the character in Resident Evil games. You know? Here's that lighter. Yeah, that new that new creature that's gonna be pursuing you, freaking huge. Damn, look how big she is. Damn. It's hard to say if that's Lisa Trevor or not. It's hard to say. Lisa Trevor always walked on 2 feet as well. And she would have probably gotten bigger over time. Hard to say. I don't think it's Elisa. I don't think it's Grace's mom because in the original trailer, reveal trailer, the FBI head in command, he said that she was murdered, which means that they recovered the body, right? They wouldn't have classified her as murdered if they didn't have the body. Then she would have been MIA, right? I like third person more for RE anyways. I do too. So it's gonna be. I know I'm pausing this a lot, but I have a lot of thoughts, and it's cool seeing like more of this hospital. So the beginning part of the game is definitely gonna be around the hospital. So what was I gonna say? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. So it's first person and third person, right? I like both. I prefer RE. I prefer third person, so I might consider third person. However, I have been hearing from people that played the demo that it actually recommends first person on first playthrough. It recommends that. But looking at the third person, it looks very, very good.
三人称視点だとキャラクター
Like
の
well
片方
animated.
の視点というところでアクションそういったところがよく見える
Like look at that. You're not seeing like the light going through the hair and stuff. So you're actually missing out on some graphics. Some like graphical techniques that they're doing on the hair. Because like you're gonna be missing out on the hair that they invested so much time and money into. A wig professional. If you're in first person, how are you gonna see the wig professional art styled hair? You won't see it. But anyways, I think that there should be a third perspective called classic, and it's static camera. That's what they should do. That'd be cool. Because it is possible to play the game in static camera because it's been done on RE2 Remake through mods. And it's not that complicated. It's not that I played a full playthrough of RE2 in third person perspective and it was fantastic. It was great.
ゲームプレイになると思いますのでアクションが好きだなって思う方には三人称視点の方がおすすめです
Action heavy gameplay, huh? Like Leon?
滅菌作戦以降30年近く経つんですけども
30 years after the missile strike on Raccoon City. What missile strike?
その当時アンブレラ事件っていう
Series
の
became
で
really popular with stories set during the original zombie outbreak, and since then we've seen a lot of characters face hardships due to Raccoon City.
ラクーンシティで起きた
Yeah, so where's Outbreak? Where is it? Look, they're just showing Leon.
事件をきっかけに立ち向かっていくように
You know, they did say that the main protagonist is Grace. But there can be a second protagonist.
なったり人間成長したりそこに今回この表現
There's
メソッド
Jill
っていうの
and
が
Carlos.
作り手としてはやっぱりかなり緊張感を持って臨ませてもらった
All right. There's something I have to say here. I'm pausing a lot. What is one thing you're seeing here?
舞台として登場します
It's quite obvious.
その当時アンブレラ事件っていうのでシリーズがヒット
Resident Evil
して
2?
それ以降もさまざまなキャラクターたちが、いろんなラクーンシティで起きた事件をきっかけに立ち向かっていくように
Two characters.
なったり人間成長したりそこに今回この表
Resident Evil 3. Jill.
現のメスを入れるっていうの
Carlos. Two playable characters again. See the trend here?
は作り手としてはやっぱりかなり
I think it's
緊張感を持っ
deliberate.
て臨ませても
So
ら
there
っ
is
た
going to
って
be
いう
a
のが
second playable main character other than
ラ
Grace.
コン事件に関わったもしくはラコン事件
A lot of characters who were involved in the
大きく人生を
original outbreak who
変わ
lost
った
their
り
lives or were
命を落とし
changed
てしまった
drastically as a
と
result of
そうい
it.
った登場人物がたく
So
さん
many
います
characters have come out of Resident
Requiem
Evil. The game is a
彼らに向けて
requiem,
の
an eulogy to those who came before.
もっと言うと
Resident Evil is a series that was born from
ラコン事件
Umbrella and the Raccoon City zombie
生
outbreak.
まれたシリーズのある種
Right.
一つの区切りと
And
いう
we
意味で
chose the title Requiem to mark a milestone in the series. Rebecca?
バイオハザードレクイエムは2026年2月27日に発売予定です2026年3月にバイオハザードシリーズ30周年を迎えます
2026, the 30 year anniversary.
ゲームとして本作リリースしたいなというふうに思っております
グレースの母親は
大きく方針を転換してですね
実写映画を目指すというところで
We want it to look like a live action
Further
movie.
interviews with the creators that didn't fit into today's presentation
Where?
will be released today on the Resident Evil portal. Register your Capcom ID to see the rest.
ラ
What?
クーンシティっていうところは基本触っちゃいけない
What
も
do
の
you mean? Just put it on YouTube. Well, I'm excited about Resident Evil 9. Requiem. I am. I really am. I can't wait for Hunk to show up. Hunk is gonna show up and he's gonna be like, I need an extraction point. And he's gonna have to run through Raccoon City all over and get all destroyed.
Death count activated.